And unfortunately, we're not able to seem to get hold of Professor Quresh Abdul Karim. We will keep trying and still have that very important conversation with her. And that obviously is about the alarming rate of new HIV infections amongst girls and young women in KZN. Right now, we're going to be talking to the president of the Spectrum National Party, and that is you, Christopher Claasen. Morning, welcome to the program.
Good morning. Thank you very much indeed for the opportunity.
Lovely to have you on air, but I must confess, and I am so sorry to say this to you, but I've never heard of you guys before. Tell us how you've come about and what are you promising to the people of South Africa. I know you have a vision, you have a commitment, so really all about your manifesto.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Yes, we try not to be like certain parties to get exposure by protesting. We are very organized and we are very professional. And we definitely want to lead South Africa by leading by example. I'm also a pastor. I'm a businessman. And I just believe that let's do things right. Train our people to teach them the right way so that they can follow the plan and not to do what we don't want to train our people, our leaders, by protesting. We want to show them there is a better way to do things, and the best way to do things is let us vote for the right party and let us show South Africa we really care. And with our manifesto, this last Saturday in Cape Town, where we also the SFC also present there to with a live broadcasting. And we are so excited to take this country forward, but we are actually a brand new party, only almost 2 years old. We are now 23 months old, and we have a national footprint. We are in all 9 provinces represented, and we are coming to contest now in 6 provinces this year due to financial distress. We couldn't contest in the other provinces, but we will do as much as we can with no funding, and we set out. That's why I take my hat off for our leaders, and they put their hands in their pockets and say we can, and we will make a difference in our communities.
Okay, so Pastor Christopher Claasen, I hear what you're saying, and it's truly noble where you're saying that you formed this new party with no government funding whatsoever, but running a political party costs big bucks. You are saying that certain of the members are putting their hands in their pocket, but that's just not enough. So where are you planning to get your funding from going forward?
Yeah. Okay. Like the rule of government is you can only get funding when you have seats. And unfortunately, we are not there yet. It's the first time that we are contesting now. So our 24 elections will completely different ballgame because we will make sure that we have a plan how we're going to raise money for that. But for now, we said, team, don't worry, don't stress. Just do what we can do. Raise funds, start with fundraising, speak to business, and speak to family and friends. So we will do what we can do, and we cannot look at say don't let, if make a plan. There's always a way. I always train my leaders and I say, if don't use the word I can't, I don't know. Find out, say I can, and I will make a plan, and I can overcome our hurdle. And that is why maybe you just have to look at our Facebook pages. You will see what posters they design. They have the stickers on vehicles. We do everything in our power just to get our name out there. And this week we're starting with Cape Town. We're putting our posters up. We don't put it up too early as well. Cape Town is a very, very strong wind, especially now this time of the year. So we skip 1 week ahead. So at least our posters will last for the next 3 weeks before the elections.
Okay. We know what the problems are in South Africa. We're still in the middle of a global pandemic. We know that we face huge socioeconomic injustices. It's unbelievable about our huge poverty levels. So we are really in a serious economic crisis. You're a very new party and lots of new kids on the block. Very invariably overpromise because they're really excited and they do believe they can make a difference. What are you bringing that's going to be different and is going to make a difference in the people's lives?
That's oh good. Let me start first of all. I was always the complainer. I was always complaining about this useless political parties in power, and I said to myself, what is the use to complain? What's the use to complain? And my little boy came to me about 3 years ago and said, Daddy, when you become the president of Africa, you will take care of all the poor people. Now, that doesn't mean a 7-year-old boy is telling you that. And I said to myself, why is this child telling me this? It's come from God, the God that you work through this child to me. And I started talking with family and friends and said, listen, can we start a political party? But I said to them, when we start a political party, let us be a party completely differently from any political party. Because I said, I would like our party to be like this. Equal race governance, equal race representation, which means 25% black, 25% white, 25% Indian, and 25% brown. That is what we say. Then, this is the fight we currently have in our country, because it's always a white versus black. They're fighting the whole time about power. It's right. Let us get a solution to the problem. So the only solution to that is equal race governance, which means everybody will be treated the same, equal job opportunities. And we also say that if we're gonna have equal race governance or equal race representation, who will be in charge? Would it be a brown party leader? Would it be a black, Indian, or white? No. We said we're all going to govern together, which means we are the only party in South Africa who has 4 deputy presidents. 1 black, 1 brown, white, and Indian. When we make decisions, we together make the decisions. We don't favor any race. We say we want to treat everybody the same. We are tired of happening. And we also have 4 deputy mayors. Now the question is, but how is it possible? This is not in our country's constitution. There should be 4 mayors. I said, no. When you go to a school, you will see a school principal and it's a deputy principal. The deputy principal is also giving classes. So he doesn't necessarily just need to sit there and take a lot of money from the school. He will also fill a position of a school teacher in the same that we're going to do as well. So when we win a municipality, we will have the mayor, whether it's black, brown, or Indian, or white, and you will have a deputy. That is now our political.
It all sounds brilliant on paper, so to speak. The big question is, will you be able to deliver? Question number 1. Question number 2, there have been so many little parties that have sprung up over the past few weeks. The chances are that a lot of the smaller parties will have to form coalitions. Are you open to that idea, and whom would you decide to partner with?
Yes, definitely.
If it comes to that point.
Yes, a lot of parties pop up because everybody wants to make a change. But I discovered that a lot of them don't have the operational gift. They don't have really a permanent solution. All of them talk the same language: houses, unemployment, crime, corruption. That's it. Nobody's going much deeper. Prospective municipal parties, we're looking at really modern structures, infrastructure on other level. We can take this country to a first world country within 10 years we can get in power. So
okay, Pastor, can I interrupt you there? All the political parties are touching on the same issues, because those are the issues that has got this country burning. We are on fire. And those are the issues that need to be dealt with. You suggesting you're going to go deeper. What is this deeper that you're going into that's going to make the difference?
Right, good. I'm so fortunate I've been exposed. I'm also a president of an organization called United Kingdom Builders, where we basically start establishing a new bank. It's called a cooperative bank. I'm also in the process to build a new city in the Western Cape. We call it a self-sustainable city like Mondragon. So sustainable means, but we can have all the jobs and all the crime, but it shouldn't stop there. What I'm saying is we have a permanent solution model for South Africa. I'm going to make a quick example. KFC, let's take a single example. KFC is owned by one owner. It's a franchise, but it's owned by one owner. We want to get rid of the one owner, and we want to say KFC's employees, the work, the security, the cleaner, the cashier, the general worker, the cook at the back, they must own KFC or must become the franchise owners of KFC. Instead of earning 5,000 a month, they can all earn 15,000 a month now. I'm talking about that permanent of sustainable solution. At the moment, South Africa has a poverty model. Spectrum Party has a prosperity model, which means we are not giving people now the fish anymore. We teach them how to fish. We give them a fishing rod and all the way, and now we can assist you how to catch the fish, but now you have your own tools to do the job. And that is
Okay,
what we
great.
don't hear from political parties.
Okay, great. Pastor, let me ask you this question. Julius Malema has been making similar utterances, all about this whole socialist type of model, and you seem to be going along in that direction. My final question to you then would be, if you need to go into a coalition, whom would it be with?
Okay, we are willing to go in coalition with any political parties who's willing to work and take South Africa forward. It doesn't matter which party it is, ANC, DA, it doesn't matter. As long as I said to them very clearly, as long as you are willing to change the people's lives with us, because we don't have time to play anymore. People are crying, they are dying in circumstances. If you're willing to work with us and change people's life, then we can go in a coalition, because then we will realize iron sharpens iron. So we are willing to work with parties and say, come on, what is the solution? Obviously, we're going to share the municipality responsibilities, and we will decide. Maybe they can be the mayor, we will be the deputy mayor, depending on who's got the most votes. Or maybe one can be the speaker, and our party can be the deputy, or vice versa. So we are really willing to go in coalition with any political party. But I'd say once again, if you cannot behave, if you don't know how to behave in the community or in public, I'm sorry, we cannot work with a political party who don't know how to behave, because our party's foundation is built on trust, love, and respect. If a party don't have that and don't know how to operate and behave, then we are not willing to work with the politicians. There are a lot of ignorant party leaders. I spoke with a few of them, and I said, yeah, there's no go with certain political party leaders. They just are one-track minded, and we said, come on, let us broaden our minds and say, let us change for good. Not temporary, but we're looking for a permanent solution to our struggle that we have in our communities, in our country.
How are you going to deal with corruption? It is rife. It is rife right from the top, and it seems to be, it has permeated every nook and cranny of society.
Good. Very good question. We went to the root of the problem, and what's the root of the problem? It's tenders. Tenders is one of the biggest root of the problem. We should get rid of the tender processes, because tenders is the cause of it. When I will award a tender to you, because my tenders are awarded by individuals over the tender board. They decide who gets a tender. Let's take an example. Let's take a hospital in Cape Town called Grooteskiel Hospital. Their security tender is about 1.2 million per month. And for to issue of to give the tender to a security company, there's always negotiations around the corner. How much can I get from this when you get your money? So when the government recruits security guards and work for government, which was in the past in the apartheid regime, the security guards were employed by government. But now it's been changed now. So they're actually forcing or helping or motivating the government and private companies to open up their hands and say, well, I can give the tender, but what will I get? So let us recruit them. For example, let's take an example like SAA. SAA open up a tender for water supply, the water on the aeroplanes. The water is 5 rand at the factory, but there's a tender out now. Then the company who the tender was ordered to charge now government 25 in a bottle of water. Why couldn't SAA buy the water directly from the water bottling company? Why you understand what the problem is? So they open it up to benefit themselves. And then we have another system. We're going to design, because we're very modern, we're going to design a new model, call it, for example, a new software model. If there's staff employed by a department, what we're going to do is, if there is 100 staff and our salary comes, for example, to 1 million, there is no way that 1 million in 1 rand will be paid out. Because what will happen is a lot of ghost employees loaded on the payroll. So which happens, that ghost employees belongs to the HR or to the municipal manager or whoever it is. So we will design software that sirens will go off, and there will be a special team who will monitor department income and expenses. Because when the SASSA, I think we found a car with how many SASSA cards in somebody's boot. Money is loaded on the card. The money, they don't get the money from somewhere. So we need to really go into smarter and stricter and stronger systems, technology in place, that we will get signals when money is overspent, why is overspent, and why is overstaffed. Like SAA had over 300 extra staff employed. My question is why? How many 300 staff? Take a salaries and times with 12. It's a lot of money that is unnecessarily spent. And we cannot tolerate this to happen. So we're going to put really strict measures in place, smart software designed to avoid this type of things to happen in our municipalities.
Well, undoubtedly, we're going to watch that space very, very closely because you have a huge task ahead of you. I do hope and pray that you are able to deliver on everything that you're saying that you could deliver on. It's about time the country is pulled together. It's about time we rid the system and rid the country of all the crooks because they are really bankrupting us as a country. But that being said, I know I did say that it was my final question 5 questions ago, but I have 2 more questions that I have to put to you that are important. You also say you're going to fight to prevent the nationalization of the Reserve Bank, question number 1, and question number 2. You're going to stop this government's attempts to censor and control our places of worship. But we do know that we have one of the best constitutions in the world, and we do know that we enjoy religious freedom. Why has that come up as an issue?
That is my problem. I say, people ask me, I'm a pastor, why we must do this and this? Because it's not about the pastor, it's not about me, it's about the people. Everybody has their own rights, their own beliefs. Let everybody has their freedom of choice. Let them do what they need to do. They stop the schools, they stop Christianity, no more praying. You see, the children, everybody's lost the values, they don't care anymore. And people should still practice their beliefs. So everybody is swept away from their beliefs because it's not allowed in our schools anymore. Government is, I don't know, we've just been working all the years. Why is it now removed? Because Africa wants to be like other countries. They want to become like Russia, where there's no gospel is allowed to be preached on the streets. Now they also want the mosque. I believe there's a problem now with the mosque. What do you call this? The
adhan, the call to prayer.
It's been there for many, many years. Now they're touching. Now don't go to mess with people's religion. It is their belief. And let them carry out their belief. It's coming on for hundreds and thousands of years. Let leave something that is working. So don't mess there or scratch there. Or people have the choice to live. So allow me to go into my open airs and allow me to go and preach the gospel. Allow everybody to live as
all right.
As long as it doesn't do harm to the other person.
Okay, we've given you amazing amount of airtime. We wish you lots of good luck going forward because you are promising a lot and we're going to hold you to all of that. But just the final question, the prevention of the nationalization of the Reserve Bank. How are you going to do that? That's a huge task.
Then, everybody's got their own opinion regarding it. And we always feel as a party that we must do what is best for us Africans. We need to involve our communities. The problem is because when you are a ruling party, you become the best. You are like a trustee, and the communities, they are the beneficiaries. And what is this kind of political party doing? They never involve the community. How do you feel about it? What is how can we help you? Because we need to serve the community. But political parties, they come to a point where they want to be in charge. They want to run everything. They're in charge of everything. It should stop. And we feel, let us bring the parties, our trustees, our beneficiaries, bring them to the table and let us have an open debate about it. How do you feel about it? Because we want to serve you. And that is what we as a party are going to do. And not just do our own thing. We want to say, how can we serve you to ensure that you have a better life, of a brighter future in our country?
Pastor Christopher Claasen, President of the Spectrum National Party, I do wish you all the very best, and I do hope that you guys do deliver. Hoping and praying that you guys do deliver to help make this country a better place. Thank you for your time and good luck.
Amen. Thank you so much. God bless you and all the best for the station.
Thank you indeed. The time is exactly 8:43. We're going for an ad break, and when we come back, we will be talking some more right here on News and Views.
Durban, KwaZulu-Natal.